All right. Hey, folks. Welcome. We'll get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our October 2025 GovAI Coalition meeting, our last meeting before the GovAI Coalition Summit this year. Very excited. We've got just a few things for folks today. We've got a couple announcements we'll walk through. Then we'll walk through some important information before the GovAI Coalition Summit. And then we will go through committee updates. Um, so with that, uh, just a reminder for those folks that are just getting started here with the GovAI Coalition, this is a space for us as government practitioners and the partners that we work with to come together and figure out how we are going to use the latest in public sector technology to benefit the public good. We do this across a variety of different spaces, from helping folks adopt those technologies to building the data governance to support that tech, buying it, using it, evaluating what the vendors and what our industry partners have to offer, and of course, bringing our community alongside with us. We've got a starter guide, we've got a calendar, and we've got a very quick walkthrough of how to get into the coalition. I mean, you're here, you're already off to a great start. Um, if someone on the call, maybe Layla or someone else is able to drop just a link to our GovAI Coalition page and to the calendar in the chat, that's a great place to get started. People always ask me, how do I get involved? Just take a look at the calendar, see what committees or meetings you're interested in, and just join. Say hello, get to know the folks. This is all about building community. And that can even start right here in the coalition-wide Zoom chat. I know they got that function to start conversations. Don't be afraid to say hi, ask for help, ask questions throughout this, and continue the conversation here and beyond. Now let's get into announcements. So, excited to announce our 10th newsletter is out. This is for our October newsletter. A lot of exciting announcements alongside some information about the Coalition Summit. Very excited for that. If you have anything that you would like to share with the Coalition, this is a great place to share things like articles that either you've written or you found interesting around government and technology, useful information that we should be aware of. If you, or specifically, if your government agency is looking to, say, hire an AI officer or try and do something like that, this is a space for us to share out the resources and the information that is most important to our government partners. So feel free to submit your ideas. I think we'll drop the link to submit in our chat. And also, you can always find this link, I believe, in our newsletter itself. I'll just drop a link. You can see the newsletter at the bottom of the link that I just bopped there. All right. So big meat of today's meeting is just walking through some of the things about the Coalition Summit. This is our second annual summit right here in downtown San Jose, November 5th through 7th, with the 7th being our government-only town hall, which is fantastic time that we had last year. Very excited to have it again this year. It's going to be right here in our GovAI, or in our City of San Jose Convention Center. And I just want to pass it off to some of the folks that have really been with us since the founding. Two of our coalition board members, Khalid and Anthony, who were here well before the first summit, right in the founding of the coalition. I mean, Khalid's the chair of the board. Anthony was here right when we started, to share how they're feeling about the summit, things that they're excited about. Khalid, are you on the call? Oh yeah, there you are. So look, what are you excited about?
This is amazing. I mean, this is can't wait to welcome everyone to San Jose next week. The weather is going to be great. We're expecting about 600 people to attend the conference or summit. This is about 200 more than we had last year. Despite all the economic challenges and travel restrictions in government, we are still growing, and this speaks volume to why this summit is different than anything else. This summit is by government for government. We have a calendar packed with panels, sessions, workshops, vendors, and we cannot wait to share and share with you what we're going to be doing next week. The team here has been super excited, working hard. We're doing the final touches on some of the presentations, but I think this is really exciting and looking forward to see you all next week. Hopefully, all of you to be here. And I'm going to ask the same question: what part of next week you're most excited about, Anthony?
I think a lot of the talk about how this is for government by government is the thing that really rings true to me. Like last year, when we got up on stage as a board and we talked a lot about all the different templates and deliverables and documents and best practices that we shared, it felt really good to share that with everybody in the community, knowing that we're all public sector servants. We're all fighting the same fires. We're all trying to help our communities out. And we're able to share all this knowledge for free and just say, hey, take it, run with it. It's worked well for me, or it's worked well with this group, and just being able to share that. So for me, genuinely, my thing that I'm really looking forward to is that town hall on Friday. I think we joked like last year, it was a little bit like a science fair. It was everybody's putting up their different, exhibitions, their posters, all that kind of stuff. And it was this really great sharing opportunity and melding of the minds. So I'm really looking forward to that again this coming Friday, or not this coming Friday, but next Friday.
Likewise, it's a blessing, this community that we have, and that it's been able to grow in this time. And agreed, cannot wait for round 2 of our government science fair. So among the other things that we have going on the summit is just the bare bones building community across each other, right? We've got, just looking at it, we got 298 folks on this call, and I rarely get to see any of you in person. And this is that time of the year where we can. So we have a variety of different, for each night of the summit, before and after. There's places where we're welcoming people to come congregate, come hang out, chat, whether it be about government or it be about, I don't know, hockey. San Jose Sharks, very big sports team here. If you're arriving on Tuesday and you're looking to just see part of San Jose, enjoy, maybe catch up with a few of the folks here on the call, come check out San Pedro Square Market. This is personally one of my favorite places to hang out. If you ever want to catch me on a happy hour, this is exactly where to go. The outside venue is beautiful. It takes full advantage of the San Jose weather. You've got any type of food that you want there. It's a great time. And then our 2 main events after the events at the convention center are Wednesday night will be at Guild House. And we'll share out these links. And Layla, if you're able to maybe drop that RSVP link into the chat here. But we've got 2 fully planned evenings just to hang out, talk with each other. First one is Wednesday, Guild House. This is right by the convention center. It's this big venue, and really characterizes, I think, one of the biggest cultures in San Jose, which is that we're a bunch of nerds, especially when it comes to board games, video games, anything like that. And this is one of the biggest spaces for folks to congregate, come in, say hello, grab a drink, and just hang out. And then on Thursday, we'll be going back to a favorite from last year's summit, Sushi Confidential. This is right along San Pedro Street, one of the most vibrant parts of downtown San Jose. They are giving us happy hour prices, I believe, the entire night there. So come one, come all, enjoy. We've got the whole patio, along with some space inside. It's a great spot. I would recommend the Agent Aaron role personally. I don't think they have it on the menu anymore, but they do make it. So last but not least, if you're staying Friday evening, come join us at First Fridays, one of the most exciting events that we have every month here in downtown San Jose, in our SOFA district, which is our South First Street. And this corner right here is actually the corner of First Street and San Salvador Street. Street shuts down. You got a bunch of vendors selling art, food, you name it. Music playing. You usually got some type of performance art happening. You've got a DJ off somewhere in the side. It's a great time. Highly recommend. I'm gonna be there regardless of the summit, but it's a great time for us to just hang out. And if you're still here after the town hall, um, it's a good time. Okay, I think I've done my quota for today for selling San Jose, though I could do this every day. Um, just to sum it up, we've got hangouts for all, both before and after the summit, and the two main ones, Wednesday and Thursday night, that I hope to see as many of you there as can make it. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Layla for the lucky folks that might be staying for the weekend, some of the other things they could be doing.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Albert. Hi, everyone. Layla Doty, Privacy and AI Analyst at City of San Jose. Really excited to see many of you next week here in downtown San Jose for the summit. So we know some of you might be staying a couple days after Friday to hang around for the weekend and might be looking for some things to do. So we've put together a list here of some attractions that we highly recommend. Albert already mentioned First Friday. That is an amazing event. Definitely attend if you're around. One of our other favorites is the Egyptian Rosicrucian Museum. That is actually right next to the Rose Garden. So if you're going to the museum, go to the Rose Garden and vice versa. But the Egyptian Rosicrucian Museum is actually, it hosts I think it's the largest exhibit of Egyptian artifacts in Western North America. And I've been multiple times. It's amazing. You definitely don't want to miss it if you're here and you have extra time. So make sure to check that out. And then also downtown, there are a number of other museums. The Textile Museum has a lot of beautiful quilts and other textiles that you can see there. We have a lovely San Jose Museum of Art. And then, of course, the Tech Interactive is where we hosted the town hall last year. And there's a lot of cool technology exhibits there as well. If you're looking for some shopping and dining attractions, Santana Row is a place to go. And then if you're looking to catch a good show, San Jose Improv is also downtown, and we highly recommend that. So those are just some recommendations from us, and we'll be sure to send out these slides to everyone who's attending the summit as well, just so you have it as reference. And then before we go into committee updates, we also wanted to share one other resource with the group. So if we go to the next slide, Albert. Awesome. So we've heard from some folks who are going to be attending the summit that there's a want for some folks to put together informal social gatherings with a smaller subset of folks who are going to be there at the conference. So if you have an idea for an impromptu social event that you want to convene, if you're looking to connect with other folks who are going to be at the summit around a specific topic related to AI, we've put together a spreadsheet where you can kind of amplify those events that you're looking to have. It could be a happy hour, could be a lunch, could be a boba break. Feel free to use this spreadsheet as a resource to spread the word on whatever you're looking to convene folks around at the summit. I know we've heard from the AI Upskilling Working Group and the Readiness and Adoption Committee. They're looking to have an in-person working group meeting, so you might see that in the spreadsheet. I think there's also a group of folks who are very interested in the AI and the environment topic, so they might be starting a climate caucus over lunch during one of the summit days as well. So please definitely make use of this resource, and we'll put it in the chat and also amplify it over email to you all as well. Awesome. And thank you, Albert, for putting together the spreadsheet. Okay. So with that, I think we're going to move into committee updates. Perfect. And I think we are going to kick it off with the Community Engagement Committee. So Liz and Meg, if you're on the call, I'm going to pass it off to you.
Thanks, Layla. Hi, everyone. Just checking in from the Community Engagement Committee, where our work has been to make it easier for everyone in the GovAI Coalition to include community engagement as part of your responsible AI thinking and policy. So our updates include the fact that we have a draft handbook for getting everyone, even cities, counties, states, agencies that don't have a community engagement arm of their AI work yet, ready to go. So if you have any time and interest, we would really appreciate your comments on the CEC handbook, which I just linked in the chat. We've also got 2 summit sessions coming up. That's something I'm really excited about. One is a panel that's going to be spotlighting success stories, and you can look for that on day 1. And the second is interactive. You can come and leave with a new community engagement plan and strategy. So that will also be very interactive. You'll be able to meet a lot of your fellow attendees there. A quick shout out to a new theme that's coming up for Community Engagement Committee, looking at the environmental impacts and community engagement. We are co-hosting a climate caucus lunch that will be just offsite of the summit on day 1. So if you'd like to RSVP, you can go to tinyurl.com/CO, like the letter CO2 caucus. And that's it from Community Engagement Committee. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Meg. All right, next, I think I'm going to pass it off to the Readiness and Adoption Committee. So I'll hand it off to Rich or Sahar.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I don't know if Rich is here, but I can give an update. So we have this upskilling work group within our committee. We are looking at playbook topics. We've already had, with AI training, we have had so much participation from different areas and groups. We're looking for particular areas like, either HR or elected officials or or anybody like, that can benefit, that all municipalities can use commonly. So looking at preparing, we're getting started with that training. And then there is also the education plan. We all know about the co-pilot and all that, but the agents with custom GPTs is also in the works for the playbook. Um, folks also showed interest in certifications. I, for one, love that. We are all part of the AI, SMEs or not experts at this time. We are all learning, but still, it helps to have the certification. So that is also the upskilling committee is also working on that. There's also Ask Me Anything tool. The links can be provided, and that is also on quick help on AI that the upskilling committee has developed. And Jim Brown is doing the lessons for the fire. He is excellent resource. We've already had lessons 1 through 3. They're on YouTube. The link is provided here. There was feedback that he was trying to collect, and then lesson 4 and 5 are in the works. And now for police, we have Dan Haley. He is having regular meets as well. He also presented at a conference for police chiefs, and there is AI 101 for police, and is partnering with wonderful resources in California. So those are from fire and police at this time. And then we also have Dennis Riedel. She CIO of South Bend, and that group, whether it be Denise or somebody else taking on from that, but they are developing change management for it came about from curious people like like you all or everybody, like um how do we create a workforce that is AI AI specific, how what change management plan looks like and all that. There is a lovely presentation that they have prepared. If anybody's interested, we can share the links for that as well. And last but not the least, but there is one-on-one adoption support that I provide. Again, my name is Sahir and I work for City of Detroit, and I have been helping folks that are new and either new that you're trying to make sense of this whole coalition and see how you can use the resources or how does it apply. I don't know if some of the folks that have reached out to me this week, I will still get back to you, but some of the questions are like, can you review my policy? Can you present to my committee A, B, no, work group A, B, or C at work? Or can you come present to my executive team or things like that, so that we bring the learnings from this committee and share it with the municipalities if they need help in that regard, or or if folks are interested in getting started and or they've looked at the material and can't um, practically need help with examples or how it does it apply to any particular agency. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but we learn together when folks bring stuff like this. We work together and I share whatever I have been learning in the process of helping these folks. So you can reach out to me via email. I hold one-on-one sessions or a small group. If it's more than 5, then I try to have a separate session. But I am available for help as well. So this is twice a month that we have, and Rich is co-host with me. And I'd love to connect with you guys when we are there and share any tips or knowledge share. I'd love to learn from you and be able to help in any way. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Sahir. Looking forward to seeing you next week at the summit. Okay,
Thank
we're
you.
going to keep it moving. And next up is the procurement committee. So Aaron, I'm going to pass it over to you for your update. And
Sure.
Albert, if you could change the slide, that'd be great.
Thanks, Layla. For today, Emily is out, so I'll do some quick updates here. The last meeting that we had for the procurement committee, we did a poll of topics of interest of the committee members. We gathered about 20 different subjects through the poll, through email, through chat. So we're incorporating those into future meetings by inviting speakers and experts on all those topics. I think right now we have one Harvard professor confirmed. We have another procurement expert who's got 30 years of experience in private and public sector. So yeah, some exciting meetings coming up for that. The topics range from, using natural language processing queries to pull data, insurance on AI products, which is becoming a very hot topic in a lot of different conversations I've had recently. Also identifying blind spots in the procurement process. So process mapping. I think AI can be really helpful with that. Also, we had a lot of interest in using AI for contract reviewing. So if you're negotiating with a vendor, going through terms and conditions, definitely some things to talk about there. Also, working with the federal government, there's a handful of questions we got specifically about some of the reporting requirements that contracts that use, whether it's state, city, local funds, combining with federal funds, a lot of things to talk about there. So yeah, some exciting sessions coming up. Another quick thing I wanted to flag is we typically would have had a meeting on November 6th, but that is the day that the summit will be going on. So a quick plug for that. On the 6th, there is a procurement panel at, I believe, 2:30 Pacific time. So that session focuses on how cooperative procurement can let agencies pool resources and expertise to negotiate contracts. I think that's a really interesting topic. Looking at the list of panelists, I think it's going to be a great conversation. I unfortunately will not be able to make it because of some work conflicts, but really looking forward to following up with some of the attendees and excited to join next year's session for sure. Last quick plug I'll do is the City of San Jose's shareable contract, their RFP for an enterprise generative AI chatbot solution is live. I spent some great time reading through that earlier this week. I think it's live until December 15th. Whether you're a procurement professional or not, I highly encourage you to look through that. There's so many great pieces of information in there. It's a really well put together RFP, and it also opens up some piggybacking opportunities, which anyone who works in procurement knows that collaboration is really important, and especially across the public sector. You know, it's great to use each other's ideas and support each other as we're all working through all these topics within AI. So yeah, I think that was it from my end.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aaron. We're going to miss you at the summit next week. And thank you for plugging the generative AI RFP. Just posted it in the chat if folks want to take a look. We've shared about it at our coalition-wide meetings over the past few months, and I just want to thank everyone in the coalition and beyond who provided feedback on our use case as we were crafting the scope. Many experts from government and civil society helped us develop our questions on the proposer questionnaire. And I think we landed in a spot where we're really happy with the questions that we have that are going to be interrogating key things around safety, trustworthiness, transparency of the solutions that we end up evaluating. So thank you to everyone who made this possible. And we're really excited that the resulting contract will be shareable. So we'll be sharing that with you all when the time comes. And in the meantime, if you could amplify the RFP to your networks, we would really appreciate that. Awesome. Okay, we'll keep it moving. Next up, it's industry relations. So Yar, I'm going to pass it to you.
Hi, everyone. Not too many updates since last meeting, but one exciting thing that we want to announce is that we are officially launching the new AI registry at the GovAI Coalition Summit. We'll have a separate panel specifically talking about the registry and the fact sheets. So I'm totally looking forward to meeting you in person, whoever's coming. I'll try to make to the networking event on the Wednesday and the Thursday if I don't have any flight delays, but let's just catch me during the event or the panel after the panel. Let's talk. Ethan from TriMet is also going to be there, our board director. As far as other updates, so our second vendor focus group meeting went well. Happened earlier in October. Still gathering and analyzing all the feedback that we received. There's lots of different thoughts, and I think with the help of Albert and Layla, we'll hopefully publish some exciting things about the insight we received there. Registry and the fact sheets, we can we keep receiving more fact sheets, so those are being processed. And if you're a new vendor, consider submitting. If your fact sheet got lost, you haven't received a response, feel free to reach out to either me, Layla, Albert, or Tegan, and we'll make sure that it gets processed and submitted. Our next committee meeting will most likely be canceled since it falls on November 7th, which is going to be during the summit. But as I said, I'll be happy, and hopefully if things work out well, maybe we'll organize a separate event on Thursday just for those who are interested to meet after the summit schedule. That's it on our end.
Awesome. Thank you, Yar. Okay, next up is Use Cases Committee. So I'll pass it to Jamie and our co-chairs.
All right, and I'm going to be representing today. So hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Sterling, Use Cases Committee Chair, Co-Chair. And so we are kind of in the tail end. We've wrapped up one of our committees. We still have our working groups going. That is the committee that Hemet leads. And they've been doing a couple of things, actually. One was the Microsoft 360 Copilot chat, and is kind of sharing the value of the co-pilots in the public sector happened from multiple other agencies. How are they using it? How are they using some of the agentic pieces with it? And so that was one of the topics, as well as permitting and licensing, obviously like a kind of a big subject. And so they're going to be continuing those conversations and those working groups for the next Use Cases Committee, which is November 18th. But the last Use Cases demo, which is what I lead, we finished up earlier this month with the AI assisted plan reviews. So this was actually a very cool thing between City of Scottsdale and the ASU Cloud Innovation Lab. And they had basically created just a very lightweight app of, hey, here's I need to, assess whether or not this pool application or proposal to build a pool actually meets code. And so they had some of the students over at ASU help them build that. Super fun. So if you get a chance, go ahead and link to that recording so you can see what that was. And one of the things that was kind of cool is that the ASU Cloud Innovation Lab had articulated about making that open source and available to multiple jurisdictions. So again, just one more of our Use Cases Committee meetings. That's the working groups and deliverables will be happening on November 18th. Otherwise, I'm excited to see you all next week.
Yay! See you soon, Nicole.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last but not least is our Data Governance Committee. So RT and Sarah, I'll pass it off to you two.
I feel like I'm gonna, unless Anthony and I are fighting over this, I don't know. But Anthony, I can speak to this if you want. Just at a high level, we've wrapped up the meetings for this committee. Today, a small group of us went in and we went through the document, wrapped up all the track changes, made adjustments, made final edits. So thank you everyone who was involved for editing. Anthony gets to clean up all the formatting for the document and get back to us so that we can have it uploaded and ready to go by the end of week. And yeah, and we're going to add to the starter guide about when to use the documents. So if I missed anything, please keep me honest, but that's at a high level. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eleanor. Appreciate it. Okay, that brings us to the end of our committee updates. So we just have some next steps for y'all. Hope to see you at the summit next week. I know many of you will be joining us there. Really looking forward to it. Make note of all the social gatherings that Albert shared about at the beginning of this call. And if there's a social gathering that you want to convene on your own, definitely add it to that spreadsheet and we'll make sure to share that in the chat again and also over email with everyone who's attending. And then also stay tuned for the launch of the new AI registry platform. I think Yar mentioned this in his update for the Industry Relations Committee. The beta launch is going to be announced at the summit, and after that, it should be widely available to the rest of the coalition to help us test this new platform that we'll have for the AI registry. So stay tuned there. That's really exciting. Again, if you can help us amplify the Enterprise Generative AI RFP, that would be really helpful as we're looking for responses from potential vendors. And of course, if you're new and you're looking, or if you're looking to recruit new members to the coalition, we have an introductory video that you can share or watch. Other than that, we will see many of you next week at the summit. And if you're not going to join us next week, we'll see you online at our final coalition-wide meeting of the year on November 26th. We will not be having a meeting in December due to the holiday. So our final meeting will be on November 26th. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see many of you next week. Really looking forward to it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you.